All right, so we are going to get started. Crystal, you can take it away whenever you're ready.
While Crystal gets set up, we are the peer educators from Native American Community Services. So Crystal and Aviana, who are with us today, are our PEEPs. So they go out into the community and help to educate their peers on topics related to sexual health that are important to them. Throughout the presentation, we'll be using a site called Mentimeter where you're able to participate. You can also feel free to use the chat, but I'm putting that link into the chat box for you all right now. And as soon as Crystal is all set, we can get started. Thank you all so much for being here.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Hernandez and I have here my coworker Aviana and my supervisor Kaylin and Abby. And today we'll be talking about public service announcements, community topics from our peer educators. Stages of Life Empowerment Soul Program. Who we are. Teen Pregnancy Prevention Program founded upon the Stages of Life concept. We provide free health and wellness workshops for youth and adults and provide youth free transportation to health clinic tours. Stages of Life concept. This concept is found in many Native American cultures. It's based on the medicine wheel, which represents harmony and connections and is considered a major symbol of peaceful interactions between all living beings on Earth.
What's that?
Life consists of different stages.
Nope, doesn't look like that.
And each stage presents us with different
I'm
tasks.
sorry. Yeah. I could either. No, I didn't break.
The SOUL program focuses on the first 20 years of life, helping youth develop the skills and abilities they will need as adults, and encouraging youth to enjoy these years while holding off the more adult role of being a parent. Peer educators empowering people. PEEPs. We facilitate workshops in the community framed around empowering other young people to take control and understand their sexual health. We attend trainings and events to develop personal and professional skills. We participate in outreach events to provide access to information related to sexual health. Housekeeping. Before we move further into our workshop today, we want to go over some best practices for virtual learning today. We will be using Mentimeter throughout our workshop and would encourage you to participate. So if you experience delays, close other programs and try turning off your camera. For your audio, please mute yourself throughout the presentation. Participation, unmute or use the chat or other programs to ask questions and participate in discussions related to this presentation. So now we're just going to go over some group agreements, some group rules. So the Vegas rule, what's said in this workshop stays between us. No killer statements. We want to make sure we're being supportive of each other. Use I statements. Don't tell on your friends and only tell your stories. And if you don't feel comfortable, you have the right to pass and do not judge.
Sorry about that, y'all.
PEEPs program intro. So throughout this workshop, we will learn a little bit more about our PEEPs and why we do what we do.
All right, as I pull this up, after this, we're going to start engaging with y'all. So you can go to Menti and use that code that's going to be up on all of the slides to participate after the video.
And Abby, we still see the Mentimeter screen. I don't know if that is supposed to be there still, but that's what we still see.
Apologies for that. Could you hear the video at all?
No.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, let me try one more time. And let me know if you still can't hear it or see it.
Yes, honey. Shh. We can't hear it, Abby.
All right. Give me 1 minute. Apologies. I'm going to try one more time.
Abby, when you go to share, there should be that option that says make sure you share sound that you have to click off. I'm not sure if that came up for you.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. I think I did that. So let me try one more time. Sorry about this, y'all. Thank you for being patient with us.
Oh, sorry, started. Oh, hi. So my name is Nasir Johns. I am 17 years old. I've been a PEEP for almost like 2 years now. Probably one of the greatest experiences in my life.
My name is Crystal Hernandez. I am 16. We are here at NACS in Buffalo, New York. I've been a PEEP since June, so it's been about like 5 months.
Okay, so my name is Brennan. My age is 15. I've been working with NACS for a little over a year.
So my name is Jasmine Hernandez. I've been a PEEP since February 2018. I am 17 years old and we're in Buffalo, New York at NACS.
Being a PEEP means like being a part of a different form of family that gives out better information.
Being able to like empower people and being able to like make a difference in the way they learn.
Educating my peers so they can educate theirs.
Is that we're able to like influence others.
My most remarkable memory was doing programming at Aurora House because like I felt like the girls just got really comfortable with us and they were like able to talk to us and joke around with us and still be able to learn.
My favorite memory was like in general, like seeing them grow and like get comfortable with us.
Healthy relationships is my favorite topic to teach.
So my favorite is, I would say, is healthy relationships, just because like a relationship can be a friend, it can be anybody. It's not just like, you know, actual partner type things.
I like the beginning talking about adolescent development because it's like the students get to learn about like their body and the reproductive health care and services and all.
When I first started as a PEEP, it was hard to like word certain things just because I had first started and I wasn't sure what to like say or like what to expect, to be honest.
Honestly, no. Like when I first started, it was all nice and easy for me. It felt real nice having to be able to talk about it just because there's not a lot of places you get to talk about that sort of thing with, just because a lot of people aren't really knowledgeable of it.
I've felt uncomfortable for like most of the topics actually, and it's sort of intimidating. I think just going over the content and just actually practicing it in front of other people raises your confidence level because it just makes you more, it's more of a realistic situation when you're teaching.
As a PEEP, I think that like I would just make it easier for people to be comfortable to talk about the topics that they wouldn't be able to talk about with an adult, you know?
So PSAs are our videos is called public service announcements. So I think that they're important because like I said before, it's on topics that we feel need to be discussed in our community. So it helps start a conversation and it helps like bring awareness to certain things.
What makes Mocha unique is that we are able to find a place where people could feel happy and normal about who they are and what they are or what they choose to be or who they want to be.
It's important for peer educators to be involved in ending the epidemic because I think they learn a lot better and they feel a lot comfortable with their peers. And that's good because if they're not comfortable, then they won't be able to actually learn like effectively. And if they're comfortable, they can learn and that'll help educate them and they could educate their friends and family in the community.
what you can expect is a lot of new stuff coming, more PSAs, new mocha, obviously. Um, obviously, the new Soul Instagram.
Just because we're young doesn't mean that we don't know and we're not educating our peers.
All right. Can everybody see the presentation okay again?
Yes, we can.
Wonderful.
So now that you guys learned a little bit about us, we want to learn a little bit more about you. So tell us your pronouns and what's one topic you think is important for your peers / young people to learn about. And you could type it in the chat or you could use the Mentimeter code. I think it's important to learn about what to do if you get pregnant. I agree that that's a very important topic to talk about, and we actually have a PSA for that. They, how to take care of your mental health. Safe relationships and red flags in relationships. Her, I think learning about healthy / unhealthy relationships and issues of consent is very important of our age. So we agree that these are all great topics. And one way we like to educate our peers, how to talk about sex. I agree about that one too. So one way we like to educate our peers about things that are important in our community is by sharing PSAs. So PSAs are public service announcements that provide more information on these important topics. So now we're going to be going through the PSA process. So what we normally do is brainstorm ideas and we choose our top 4 that we think is most important. Then we create storyboards and then we present our storyboards and we write and submit scripts. Then we reverse lines and prepare for filming and then we film. But because of Corona / the pandemic, everything really changed. Like we had to follow social distancing guidelines and we could no longer see each other in person. So the first thing that changed was we did outlines instead of storyboards. And instead of us working together, each PEEP had to work on their own script. And all of our rehearsals were virtual and we filmed in time slots by person instead of by scene. So now my coworker Aviana will be going through the PSAs with you guys.
Hi guys, my name is Aviana, and as PEEPs, we felt it was important to make a PSA about body image because many people nowadays can struggle with their own body image and may feel uncomfortable in their own body. And we wanted to let people know that there are ways you can help yourself through that. And now we will be watching the body image PSA.
Yay, my dress finally came in. It looks so much better in person. I love the color and I can't wait to try it on. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about this dress. I feel like I look so big and bloated. I love the color and the pattern though. Bestie, I'm so annoyed. I finally got my dress for Ellie's party, but I can't stand the way it looks on me. I look so fat and I just hate the way my body looks in it.
First of all, you're beautiful, and I'm sure the dress shows off your great figure. Let me see how the dress looks on you.
Okay, I'll show you.
You look stunning in that dress.
You're my best friend. You have to say that. I just feel like a big blob in this dress.
Honestly, I understand how you feel. I'm so conscious about my body too. I don't take my shirt off at the beach because I don't have abs like most people. But feeling this way is normal and it affects most of us.
You feel like this sometimes too? I feel like everyone around me is so confident and I always feel out of place.
A lot of people don't like their body, but it's important to love and accept yourself and your body because everyone is different. Social media can make you feel like you have to look a certain way to be considered beautiful, but honestly, you're beautiful regardless.
You're right, bestie. Honestly, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Thank you for always being here for me and helping me realize that. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Sis, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
Has social media ever made you feel different or dislike something about yourself?
Of course it has. There were times that I would have done anything to have a thigh gap, like the supermodels I see on social media. But then I realized that I didn't want to be like everybody else. My body is unique. Realizing that made me learn to love my body.
I would have never thought you felt that way before. You seem so confident all the time.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Just learn to love the skin you're in. It's different, it's yours, and even if it's not like the supermodels and celebrities that are praised on social media, you're unique and beautiful. You should always choose to love your body and all your differences. I love you, and I hope one day you can love you too.
Maybe they were right. I was being so hard on myself for nothing. It looks so much better now that it's all put together. The color really makes my eyes pop, and the dress really brings out my curves, which is something I shouldn't be ashamed of. I think I'm gonna take a picture and post it.
Now we will be going through some questions about the PSA. So how do you think social media affects body image?
It presents a narrative that everyone is more beautiful than the person seeing the images. And it presents a narrative that you have to maintain physical beauty all the time.
Yeah, definitely. Someone says that it makes you think you have to look a certain way. And I think a lot of people feel like they should look like photos, but everyone uses auto tone in Photoshop. Absolutely, guys. I
And
saw someone typed in chat, but I don't know what they said.
They said it stops us from being confident.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it has a negative impact and distorts our perception on what we should look like. Yeah. How could Alina gain confidence in herself and her appearance? It helps to follow people who look like you on social media. Absolutely. Wearing things that make her feel more confident. Yeah. It's about how you style yourself and how you feel about yourself. Do things that you enjoy, of course. Follow people who make her feel good. Yeah, definitely. Consistent self affirmations. Yeah, that really helps in some cases. Focus on how great she is rather than how she looks, and recognize that social media only shows the image that people want you to see. Exactly. Who is affected by body image, and how do you think that standards for beauty vary depending on gender and identity?
nuestros schools at Perez.
What was that? We heard somebody on mute, but couldn't quite hear what you said.
Everyone. I think queer people feel that they have to look queer enough. Everyone is affected. Definitely.
And in the chat, we have, as a trans man, I'm affected every day by my body.
Yeah, and a lot of people can't understand that. Beauty standards require conformity to gender norms. Absolutely. Are there any questions or comments about the body image PSA? Thanks for making this. This is really important and I liked it. Of course, thank you guys. So now we will be moving on to the mental health PSA. And as peeps, we felt it was important to make a PSA about mental health because a lot of people, young or old, can struggle with their mental health. And we wanted people to know that there are multiple ways you can help yourself through it. And now we will be watching the mental health PSA.
Give us 1 second. Oh, there we go.
I'm so happy we could finally see each other and play basketball.
Yeah, me too. It feels so good to finally get out of the house and have some time to breathe.
How have you been?
Honestly, not good. Quarantine sucks, dude.
I know it does. Is everything okay at home?
Yeah, everything's okay at home, but being isolated like this just makes me feel so lonely. I'm so bored between my job being closed and not being able to see my friends. I just don't have an appetite, and I barely sleep anymore.
I'm so sorry that you are feeling that way. Before this whole quarantine started, I was having similar feelings and I needed to work on my mental health. You're not alone though. I'm here always.
Thanks. Would you mind telling me what helps you?
Of course not. My friend Billy told me that talking to a school counselor helped. My school didn't have one of those, so I started seeing a therapist after school. This helped me relieve stress with different strategies. We talked and she recommended new things for me to try. I began to meditate and was later given a prescription to see if that would help too.
Cool. What kind of other things did she recommend?
I began to force myself to eat, even if I didn't feel like it. That way I could start up my appetite. I made a routine and practiced self-care. I would go on walks, listen to music, take baths, and even do breathing exercises. Even going outside and sitting on the porch helps. It's all about doing things that make you feel better and comfortable.
Yeah, I'll definitely try making a self-care routine. Thanks for all your help.
What may have worked for me may not work for you. Everyone is different. I could get a card from my doctor if you'd like to meet with her anytime.
Yes, please. That would be great. But what do you mean by it might not work for me?
I mean that she may or may not think medicine is necessary for you as she did for me. Everyone is different and different things can help people in different ways. I have time to meditate, but others may not have the time and it can cause stress to those who feel like they aren't having enough time to do things throughout the day.
Yeah, I understand now. Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. I'll catch you later. I got a meeting with my doctor.
Hello, Ariel. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I just got back from playing basketball with my friend.
That's great. How was it? I know you've been wanting to see your friend and play basketball for some time now.
I thought you would have played more, but we started talking about some things.
That's good. I'm glad you're able to see your friend and talk.
Yeah, it was great. We actually started talking about you and how much you helped me.
I'm glad I was able to help. I definitely see an improvement since the first time we met.
I agree. I'm happy I was able to tell my story and make a difference. This quarantine has not been easy for anyone, including me. I have struggled, and at times I continue to do so, and life will throw things at me unexpectedly. But I now know that it will be something I can't handle. I still manage to accept that this is how life is, and no matter how many times I felt like giving up, it's important not to. Thank you for being here, listening, and giving me advice. I know our time is almost up, but is it okay if I forward your information to my friend?
Yes, of course. I'll mail a business card to your house. I'm sorry that quarantine has had an impact again, but I'm happy you didn't allow it to affect you and you let it help you understand things differently. You know I'm always here for you. I'm sorry it's through a screen, but once it's safe, we'll meet in person again.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too. See you again next week.
What are some things that Ariel did to take care of herself? Talking to a therapist, most definitely. Taking walks, yeah, that can help. Made a routine. Talking to friends, absolutely. Going outside, hanging with friends outside, yeah. Deep breathing exercises, absolutely. Self-care. Yeah, these are all great answers. Why do you think it's important that Ariel let Jackie know that different kinds of care works for different people? Because you might feel like if it's not working for you, you should give up. Yeah, some people feel that way. Jackie might try things that don't work for her, and that's okay. Absolutely. You have to practice to get better at self-care. Most definitely, yeah. So she didn't let herself down if a certain method didn't work for her. Absolutely. And what are some ways that you've taken care of your mental health over the last few months? Therapy, seeing a counselor. Yeah, absolutely. Those are great. Journaling, that's great. Medication, learning to sew. These are all really good. Making time to not be on Zoom. Absolutely, yeah. Calling my friends. Routines and talking with friends, video chat, and reading. These are all really good coping methods, guys. Going outside a lot and doing things that make me happy. That's great. Are there any questions or comments about mental health? The pandemic has been hard. I'm glad I'm not alone. Yeah, definitely it has. This is so important. Thank you for showing therapy. Of course. Now we will be moving into self-care PSA. So we felt as peeps that it was important to make a self-care PSA because many people have trouble differentiating between negative self-care and positive self-care. And we wanted to let people know that there is a difference. So now we will be watching the self-care PSA.
Hey, I just got here. Are you at the party already?
Hey. Yo, I got some fire stuff. What you got? I just got some perkies. You want some?
Can we meet up before? I don't think it's a good idea to be at this party right now.
But why?
I just want to talk to you about some things.
Tell me, what is it about?
What's wrong? Why are you drinking and smoking? Is everything okay?
So, there's something I haven't told you about.
What is it?
So I normally don't drink. It's a party. I'm just trying to have fun. But I do smoke every day. It helps me relax and not think about things going on at home.
It's okay to feel upset about things going on at home, but it's not okay for you to cope with those feelings by smoking and drinking. There's other ways to cope with it.
Like what?
Well, you could talk to someone about it, go for a walk, exercise, find a hobby, or even spend time with your friends.
I mean, I am spending time with my friends right now.
No, but you should spend time with people that will encourage you to do better. The people you hang out with should be people that influence you and help you when you're in need.
Yeah, you're right. Hey, where are you?
Hey, I'm at the library. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, honestly.
That's good to hear.
Yes, because of your advice, I decided to quit smoking and I started hanging out with my friends at Canal Side on the weekends. It really helps me clear my head. And I just wanted to thank you for your guidance when I didn't even know I needed it.
Just doing what friends are supposed to do. I'm so happy for you. What new things have you been doing?
Honestly, I've just been doing things for myself.
Like what?
Eating my favorite foods, going on walks every day, and I go shopping for myself.
That's good. I hope you realize if you do things too much, it starts to become an unhealthy way of self-care.
What do you mean? How?
For example, if the money you use for shopping starts to affect anything you have to pay, such as bills, it starts to become unhealthy as it's affecting your priorities. Also, if you're eating your favorite food all the time, it will affect you physically if you aren't eating healthy either.
Oh, that makes sense. I never thought of it that way. I will make sure it doesn't turn into a bad habit. The problem was that I would do things for others, but not for myself. I just had to break that habit.
It's important to take care of ourselves socially, emotionally, and physically. I started meditating at the park around 6 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays if you want to join me.
Of course. I'm free Thursday. Just let me know where to meet you. Thank you for everything.
No problem. I'll text you. So now we will be moving into the questions for this PSA and why is self-care important? You need a way to focus on yourself? Yeah, absolutely. It's so important to keep your body and mind healthy. You got to take care of yourself before helping others. Absolutely. You need to learn to love yourself before you can love someone else. To make sure you're okay and help maintain your mental health, it's ways to distress and take a break to prevent burnout. These are all great. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone deserves to feel good. hmm There are many stressors out in the real world, and you have to bring yourself back into calm. Yeah, absolutely. What could make self care unhealthy? If you're doing something that hurts your body, if you are drinking or doing drugs, absolutely, yeah. Obsessing over health, you're compromising your responsibilities and goals. When it gets in the way of responsibilities, most definitely. Doing it in excess can affect your priorities, and if you are isolating yourself too much, absolutely, guys. These are great answers. What are signs that suggest you need to practice self care? Feeling burned out, you feel tired all the time, lack of motivations for the things you love, most definitely, yeah. You start getting angry or upset a lot, and you don't have time for yourself. Absolutely, guys. If you feel tired and angry, dissociation, not having time alone every day, working all the time, you're struggling in school or work. Most definitely, yeah. Not sleeping well, of course. Are there any questions or comments about self-care? I love this one. Thank you. What's your favorite self-care practice? Me personally, I like to meditate. I think it's really great and it helps release a lot. I love to do that too. Nice. So now we will be moving into the abuse PSA. We felt it was important to make a PSA about abuse because many people can go through mental or physical abuse in friendships or relationships, and we wanted to let people know there is a way out of it. And now we will be watching the abuse.
Hey baby, how's your trip going?
It's going good. We're doing so much today, but I miss you, baby. How's your day going?
It's going good, but I miss you too. I'm just waiting for Gianna. I told you last night we had plans to meet up today.
I don't like the idea of you hanging out with her. I don't like her, especially after she created all those problems between us. I think you should just stay home.
She never created any problems. All she tried to do was be there for me as my best friend. That's not fair. You're not even home, and I already told you about my plans with Gianna.
It doesn't matter. That was before she started spreading rumors. I don't want you with her. That's it, and that's all.
Yeah, whatever. You believe anything.
Whatever? If I find out you still went there, there are going to be problems.
Okay, I'll call her now and tell her I can't go.
Why are you upset? You know I love you. I just want the best for you. And hanging out with her isn't going to do you any good.
Okay. Hey, boo.
Hey, my love. What's wrong?
Something came up. I won't be able to go out to dinner with you tonight.
What came up? I haven't seen you in so long, and out of nowhere something came up. You're so different with me. I just don't understand.
It's not my fault. I'm sorry. I don't want to lose you as a friend. You've always helped me.
Wait, what do you mean? Who's trying to keep you away from me?
No, I didn't mean it like that.
That's exactly what you just said, though. Is it Avery that doesn't want you with me?
Would you be mad if I said yes?
You can't let her control you like that, though.
We just got into a bad argument.
I feel like you've been acting so different ever since you got with her. Does she even make you happy?
She used to, but honestly, you're right. I haven't gotten prettied up and dressed in weeks, and I haven't even had a girls' night since before we got together.
Have you talked to her about it?
No, I don't know how to tell her that I feel trapped and not as happy as I used to be with her.
I think it's important that you remind her that you did certain things before that you'd like to continue to do, like girls' nights. It's important that you communicate with her about how you really feel.
I just don't want her to get mad and I have nowhere to stay. I have no money for a hotel either.
What would you even say to her?
I feel like I should just be honest with her and tell her that me not being able to hang out with my friends makes me feel suffocated in the relationship. It makes me feel isolated, and it's really not fair for me to always have to push what I want to do aside to make her happy.
You should do it when she comes back if you're ready. And you're not alone. You can always stay with me. I can help you in any way that you need. Is there anything I can help you do now while she's not in town?
Honestly, can you help me set up a bank account?
Of course. I'm going to call the bank now and see what's needed to make a bank account, and I'll call you back. Start getting together a bag with a few outfits, toiletries, and any important paperwork, like your birth certificate, social security card, and passport. We can start at my place just in case.
Thank you for everything and for being so understanding.
Girl, no worries. I got your back no matter what. We're going to get through this together.
Love you.
I love you more. Start getting these things together, and we're going to get through this together. It's all going to be all right.
So what kinds of abuse did we see in this PSA? Social, she wouldn't let her see her friends. A controlling partner. Emotional, most definitely, yeah. Mental made her feel bad. Absolutely. Who could you talk to if you're in an unhealthy or an abusive relationship? Therapist. I would talk to my mom, my friends. Most definitely. Trusted adult, a teacher, friends or a relationship counselor, sister, a teacher. These are all great answers, guys. Crisis services. Yeah. What other things could Eve do to prepare to leave that relationship? Have someone with her when she talks to the girlfriend, most definitely. Make a plan. Make a safety plan so if she doesn't feel safe, plan the next steps, absolutely. Find somewhere to stay, of course. Practice the conversation, have somewhere safe to go, have somewhere to go afterwards if she is doing it in person, most definitely. Share her location with someone she trusts. That's a good one. Change the phone number, yeah. These are all really great answers. Block the partner, absolutely. Are there any questions or comments about abuse? Thank you for showing this. It is so important. Of course. I didn't think some of this as abuse, but it is. Yeah, abuse can come in many different ways. Thank you for showing LGBTQ couples. Of course. Please take a few minutes out of your time to complete this survey. You can click the link that Kaylin just sent in chat, or you can scan the code that's in front of you. Also, if you're interested in becoming a peer educator like us, you can either click the link that will be in the chat, or you can scan the code for the application. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns about the presentation that we have done today? Thank you. These were awesome. Thank you. Great job on the presentation. Very informative. What's it like being a PEEP? So for me personally, I love being a PEEP. I love being able to give out information to people, some information that people may not know. I think it's really informative to myself as well as others.
Thanks, Aviana. Did you want to share, Crystal?
Yeah, me personally, what I like about being a PEEP is being able to be involved in the community and being able to like be there for my peers and talk to them about anything. Like just being that trusty person that they can talk to.
Definitely.
Thank you guys for coming to this presentation. It was really fun for me. I hope it was fun for you guys. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, you can ask in the comment box. If not, you are free to leave, and thank you for coming.
Thank you all so much. This was really awesome to be able to show the peer educators' hard work to you all. And if you are interested in watching the PSAs again, or a lot of our other really fantastic content, you can check us out on Instagram at NACSOL. And we also have a Facebook page at NACS Health and Wellness, where you can also see the PSAs and a lot more other information. And we've got some thank yous in the chat, so you're so welcome.
All right, thank you so much, everyone. If anyone is planning on joining us for our next workshop sessions for the GSA conference, we have coming up in the same link, Beyond Lipstick, Lesbian Visibility and Representation, and our workshop B is how to find an LGBTQ friendly college. If you're staying for workshop A in this room, you can just log off and come back in. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night. And thank you so much to NACS and the PEEPs.